What were we talking about that? I was just saying, like when
You go.
Yeah. Well, you said today at the gym, you're like, I don't know that much about you. Well, now you know. You know,
I'm learning so much.
You're learning now. Yeah. But I remember when I was 25, that was like a really different year in my life. Like that was the year I felt like a lot changed for me, where like I became more open to things, you know, and I was like, oh, interesting. Maybe my life will end up like that, or I will like, and I feel like just from observing you, you know, not even from detailed conversations, even though we've just covered some of it now, like I feel like I'm watching you experience some of that.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
I agree. I think part of mine might be different than yours though.
Of course. Like, you're living a very different life.
No, well, more so too. Like from 18 to like, we'll say 24, 23.
Yeah.
I just was like, you know, I was just so all in on this. Like I just, like my growth was in like making better content and me being, you know, leading a company and that stuff. But my growth outside of that was non-existent. And so I do feel like because of working out and just doing just slight things here and there outside of it, it's like transformed my life so much because it's like, oh, I have like slight skills that aren't just purely making great YouTube videos.
Interesting.
And like when you have those things, it changes you so much more because I'm not like just purely 100%. Like it'd be a problem if you talk to me 4 years ago about anything other than YouTube analytics. Like no, it was
I remember we used to talk. Yeah.
This was like a YouTube like algorithm and content creation, like just GPU computer. Like that's what my brain was. It was a neural net for like making good videos. That was all it knew how to do. That's all it's ever done. That's all it's ever been trained. I was like literally training my brain to like hate things, to like things that didn't make better videos, like to actually be disgusted at and like avoid it like the plague. Like don't date women, will waste time. Don't do drink alcohol. Even though I've only drank alcohol like 3 times in my life. Don't do this or like anything. I was like like my brain would just like naturally like run away from things that like I didn't think would be good for making better videos. And so it's like so fascinating because I've let some of those things in my life and now I don't feel like a Mark Zuckerberg like algorithm, you know what I mean? And so it's like it's pretty funny how it changes your personality.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Now that you've kind of evolved past that stage, do you ever think, how did I end up like that? Like what made me so competitive? What made me so obsessed?
I was just so worried that like I'd let those things in because I have a very addictive personality. Like I got addicted to this, and so it's like, oh, what if I get addicted to any of these things, these distractions? Like I would like. You know, I wouldn't let a computer in my house because I might play video games and like that. You know, what if I get addicted to the video game? Well, opportunity cost. What if I play 2 hours a day? That's 60 hours a month. What am I doing? You know, that's a video. You know, like bro, it was like a fucking straight algorithm up here. I was like, I called it nightmare mode. I would like push myself to be in nightmare mode for 100 days straight, where I wouldn't play video games. I wouldn't do anything fun. Like I would just work for 100 days straight, and then I'd be like, okay, now you get 1 day to like have fun, and then I'd try to go for another 100 days of nightmare mode. I was absolutely stupid. I don't know what I was doing. But I do think now that being a little more well-rounded makes you, well, just so happens, if this was a business where I wasn't being a creator or like being an entertainer, I probably would stay in algorithm like crazy mode a lot longer. But it did kind of hit me that being a little more well-rounded equals a better personality, which will make me funnier in videos, which people like. People surprisingly like a little bit of comedy here and there. So I was like, that when it hit me, that was like, oh, maybe I stopped being a little bit of like a lizard so much and like let up and like, you know, maybe just occasionally let a South Park episode in or like occasionally like, you know, just ingest something that isn't optimal for performance. And so I can like speak in other things than CTR and AVD.
Wow.
It's like, maybe that'll make better videos. So that's kind of how it developed.
So we have South Park to thank.
No, I can't watch it, but I don't think it's bad. But I just that to me is just so far off the chains. Like my girlfriend always tries to get me to watch it, but I'm like, I just can't focus. I end up just like checking out and going into numbers land in my head. Yeah. But other things like Succession, I'm liking that.
Succession's great.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
I'm on episode like 3 right now. I just started.
I feel like that's gonna take you a while to watch.
Yeah, Succession's good.